G'day everyone, and welcome back to another shell finding adventure. It is a beautiful day. Oh my goodness, it's been a while since I've been here. The tide times have conspired against me on the shore. Oh my goodness, are you whole? It looks like it's a little bit chipped at the top. Yeah, it looks like there's some color out of it, like it's just been poof, chipped away, but still, this one's quite interesting. I don't often find thorny oysters at this beach. It is a spondylus shell of some kind. I feel like I should know the name of this one. I'll put it up on screen if I can find it. But anyway, it's a nice little one to kickstart things. So today we will be getting a lot of minis on the sand, but also we might have some luck in the rock pools. So let's see what we can find. A barnacle. Yeah, it looks like it is empty. It is a Titan acorn barnacle, I think. I think they're pretty much everywhere around the world. They've just been like carried on ships by travelers over the ages. They're pretty hit or miss with me, whether or not I like them, but I like the configuration of this one. That is a bean trivia, but it looks extra round, so it's not just any bean trivia. Yes! See that lovely curve on the tooth line? I call this one a smiley bean trivia. It's a slightly different species than the more common ones that I find from here. Yes, into the rock pools, otherwise I'll miss my time for low tide, won't I? I'll still be looking on the sand. I have a little graceful cowrie right here. And yes, I see you. Even though all the minis should be on the shore, it seems like a lot of them are in the rock pools too. There we go. It is a stranger's little top shell. That is pretty much maximum size for them. Oh, there is a neat little amount in here. One of my favorite rock pools to check. I have noticed, and I do see pebbles in the opening, if I can grab it. This one? Oh, he's got good color on top. I was looking at that on the bottom and I thought, wow, the coloration's really good on it. I'm just checking the inside, make sure there's no crab. I don't see anyone homing it. Oh my goodness, he is absolutely beautiful. Even got some markings on the top, a beautiful pink tip too, absolutely lovely bands of color. It's hard to find these in nice condition. Is a bruised cone, or you can also call it a muricate cone. I've got no idea what muricate means, so sometimes I just end up calling it a bruised cone. Was that in frame when I picked up the bruised cone? Like, did I nearly step on it? I did not even notice that it was there. It looks fairly nice. It doesn't feel super slick like wet glass. Usually cowries, if they're glossy, you touch them and it feels like you're touching like a wet window. They feel nice and smooth and slippery. This one feels a bit rougher, so he might not dry with a nice shine. Still, it's a big, lovely colored, eroded cowrie. Oh, I just spotted the shine on him too. It's amazing how much I'm missing until the water really settles. He feels maybe not super glossy, but he's still got all of his speckling on top, so I reckon he's nice. It is a yellow-toothed cowrie. They are native to the eastern coastline of Australia, or at least most of it. And yeah, they're just a nice endemic Australian cowrie species. I had not looked in his top section yet. Are you kidding? Just sitting on top. I'm sorry, that was like mostly out of frame. It seems like it's empty, although it looks like that lip is fairly chewed away. Anyway, I don't mind. I do not find these often. I did find a couple recently that were absolutely lovely though. It was a splendid top shell, I think. I find large and very discolored ones up at Harvey Bay that have none of their patterns left, but this one still has its gorgeous red patterning. No, are you shiny? You are whole? You feel pretty good. Actually, he does look a bit worn away. Let's get him into the light. Yeah, there we go. Honestly, very good condition. It does look pretty good. It doesn't feel super like wet glass, but usually you find these without any kind of brown speckling on top. It's supposed to have a big square spot on top and like little kind of like quarter brown spots that kind of sort of connect to it. It is a stolid cowrie, a stolida. You do see them from here from time to time, but usually in very worn away condition. It's hard to find ones with their markings and colors still intact like this. Oh, I don't know if you see it, but I see a moon snail with an orange stripe down there. I got one from here kind of sort of recently too, so maybe this is just a place where they wash up. Let's get him. Hello, my good sir. Yes, in my shadow. Yes, you are empty. Let's get you into the sun. Yeah, he's probably a bit faded. They're supposed to have a very dark brown stripe, but still, I'm not complaining. I really rather like these, and I don't get enough of them. It is a chestnut-banded sand snail. Oh, is that one a whole shell? It is. It is a whole shell. Oh, don't drop it. Yeah, it just looks like there's a pebble in there. I don't see a crab. I mean, it was half buried in sand, but sometimes you get it. Oh, wait, there's a bonnet over. I did not see a bonnet over there yet. What was I saying? It is a little bear conch. Have to see how he dries. It looks very white on that side. I don't know if that's just how the shell is or if it's faded. Let's have a look at the bonnet. I don't remember seeing that when I was in this section earlier. No, that's why. It is a broken bonnet. This one, I nearly missed him. I only just saw that as I was walking away. Oh my goodness, sir, you are, oh my god, is he actually nice and speckly on top? He's just a mini, but I think he's a good one. It is a small-toothed cowrie. They pop up here with the rack lines. I mean, all the rack lines are obviously on the sand, but there's still some minis in the rock pools. It's kind of an uncommon one. They're hard to find in nice condition as well. I do see an old cone shell down there, but right next to it looks like a little Hebrew cone. This one, I'm sorry, that was completely off screen. There was like a lot of flickering water. My goodness, yes, just double checking. I do not see any creature inside. It looks fairly clear. It has lovely coloration. Like it's got a, I mean, the shell is supposed to be black and white, but this one has undertones of like a peachy pink color. Very, very cute. Sometimes the smaller ones or the more juvenile ones have that. It is, once again, a Hebrew cone. No, I'm not looking at the cowrie teeth there. I'm looking at this one, a U-hole. Oh, it looks whole. Hello, you look lovely, actually. Wow, look at that unusual patterning on it. All of a sudden, it just gave up on the orange in that section. So earlier I picked up, I think maybe a slightly faded little bear conch. This one, it's not black around the opening in there like the little bear conch, so it is a different shell. It is the variable strombus. Oh my goodness, it's actually quite lovely too. It's got quite a nice, like, flared out lip. Usually it looks more in line with the little bear conch. Oh my goodness, that's just wonderful. We're finally at the sand. Yes, the tide has turned, so it's time to look at the sand. It'll take a while for the water to reach up here, so I've got pretty much all day if I wanted to stay here looking at the shells. Hopefully we get some goodies to match our rock pool finds. I was sweeping my eyes across, wondering if I should pick up and show a pheasant shell, when all of a sudden he popped out at me. Oh, he is whole on the top. He does look like he's got a tiny bit taken out of the tip, but I will settle for that. That is extremely nice. A little hole there, maybe a predator hole, maybe not. It is a Gaia Triton. That is about maximum size for it. And you can also call these ones kookaburra shells, like the genus in general, for some reason, named after kookaburras. And yeah, why not? Hello, good sir. I'll pick up some of these because they always look nice in the final display. It is a pheasant shell. Well, hello, little bubble shell. You are very cute. Yes, it is a brown bubble. We actually get 2 or 3 different species of brown bubble shells here. See how this one's lip looks like it's more of a curved shape on that right side? It is a slightly different species than the ones that are more of a straight shaped on the right side. It gets very hard to tell them apart. Oh yes, I always like collecting some of this. It is lace coral. You could also call it lace bryozoa. It means that it's made by a colony of very small animals and they make this as their exoskeleton. So I think it's just a bit different than coral. Like there's some semantics involved. It's different somehow. I see 1, 2, 3, there's 4, and there's a clandestine cowrie. Yes, there we go. Let's look at the clandestine cowrie. Very, very cute, very typical of them, maybe a bit worn away. And 3 more bean trivias. Despite looking like a cowrie shell, they're not a cowrie at all. They're a cowrie ally. I actually knelt down for this one first, and then my eyes caught something else. Maybe you can see it in the background. Oh, the background's blurred. It is a coral moon snail. That's what I call it. Venacoro cancellata is the scientific name. It doesn't have an English name. I caught sight of this as I was crouching down. My goodness, sir, you are discolored, missing the tip. Not sure if he's a keeper. I'm pretty snobby with carrier shells these days, I think. Yes, it is a carrier shell. Probably a solar carrier shell, I think. Usually I just check the aperture to see if it's a wider one and if it's got a wider central umbilicus in there to see if it's a solar carrier shell versus a pallid carrier shell. You know what? All those words make sense individually, and then I said them and nothing made sense. Gosh, I see a couple of little goodies right in this section. First of all, I mean, it doesn't have its little hinge wings, its little points at the bottom. They're called auricles. It is a teeny tiny commercial scallop, a curved half. There's a little moon snail here. Oh gosh, I don't know. I just like him. I don't think he's a bladder moon snail, but honestly, he probably is a bladder moon snail. This is the one I'm most excited for. Hello. It looks like one of those embossed Venuses, but it's got some very nice ridges and textures on it. But probably an embossed Venus. Very hard to find them in nice condition from here. Are you a teeny tiny whole one? You might be a teeny tiny whole one. I'm not sure. It is an abalone, like the smallest abalone I've ever seen. You could also call it an abalone. I just like abalone because I'm a weirdo like that. Probably a calandra abalone, also called a honey abalone. I originally crouched down to have a look at him. I don't think I've collected a limpet today, and certainly not this kind. It is a toothed siphon limpet. Siphon limpet means that it breathes air. It's one of the false limpets because limpets breathe water. And I want to look at this one too. Oh, you're very cute, sir. He is a gaudy dog whelk. That is another limpet. A cap-shaped false limpet, so another air-breathing limpet. There's always a lot of these at the beach. I try not to show too many of them. I like the pattern on top of this one. I don't know why. I like it today. It is a blotched neurite. And right next to the blotched neurite, in my shadow, is another kind of neurite that's pretty common around here. It's aptly named a black neurite. Ooh, I like you. Oh, you're shiny. I like you extra. It is a baby cowrie, a juvenile, oh my goodness, the coloration. It could either be a juvenile ring-top cowrie or a juvenile eroded cowrie. My goodness, sir, are you whole on the bottom? You are actually whole on the bottom. Look at him. He looks to be all intact. The lip doesn't seem too fragile. Usually it's very fragile on small ones of these. It is a giant hairy triton. Yes, he's supposed to have all that periostracum on him that looks like a hairy gross thing. Yeah, these guys can grow much larger, like that size. Like they fit on your hand pretty nicely, so this is really just the tip of one. Ooh, you got a bit of shine, sir. Oh yeah, I like him. It is a telescoped dove shell, somewhat common here. Somewhat common to find nice ones. I'm not complaining, I really like them. Also, a big bean trivia in my hand. There has been a lot of beans and mini sand dollars popping up. It's all kind of just like ending up in the bucket, as you can see. Oh, spot the Wental trap. It's right there. There we go, a little bit of damage in him. I see a little hole on one side. The rest of it looks really good. I never really know the species of this Wental trap. I've sort of tried researching it. It's sort of hard to tell for some of these small ones. In the end, I just say, it's a Wental trap. You guys figure it out. There we go. And yes, I will be collecting even more of the minis here. Oh my goodness, there's so many mini sand dollars. There's so many beans into the bucket. Oh, he looks colorful. They're fairly common here. You even see them alive on the rocks, but I'm pretty picky with the ones I pick up because they can get faded living on the rocks for a while. It is a striped-mouthed periwinkle. Even though it's a periwinkle, I think it might be somewhere in the top shell family. Yes, I turned around and saw him in the sand. Oh, I'm very sorry for dropping you, sir. There we go. You are very faded. He was wet inside. Can I, wet his shell to see his full coloration? Yeah, he's not the most impressive chameleon neurite I've ever found, but I don't see many, so I'm taking that as a very big win. Very cute. He is different than the blotched neurites around here. As you can tell, he has a more spherical shape about him and slightly different markings and more of a yellow swirl. Down by the shore, I gotta be careful not to lose my shell bucket in the returning tide. Oh, he's nice. It is a root-covered ribbed mitre. I also saw this guy. Oh yeah, he's actually not bad. So these ones typically lose all types of variation in their colouring very quickly. You can see that he's got a bit of yellow and white through him. It is a West Pacific grooved cone. Oh yeah, I want him too if he's nice. Yeah, it looks like a juvenile obelisk creeper snail, I think. And yeah, there's actually a lot down here. Yes, we've got ourselves a crowned cone. Oh, he's got a hole in the top. He might stay behind. Oh, is that hole? It's actually whole. Okay, touch missing on the tip is not super pointy, but other than that, did I say timp instead of tip? You know what? It's fine. It's been a day. It is a lovely thorny false shell, maybe a bit of damage on it. It's not one that I see very often, so I'm very happy to collect it. I feel like I should see more of these because there's a lot of them living on the rocks around here. I just haven't noticed that many lately that are empty. Yes, that one is empty. It is a blue periwinkle. When you get a bunch of them, they all look really nice together, like in a jar or something. Ooh, moonsnail. Moonsnail. Oh, you've got some nice coloration, sir. It is a, oh my goodness, why am I suddenly brain farting on this? Migrating moon snail. There we go. Let's just pretend I didn't edit out like 6 minutes of me humming and hawing about that. Let me grab this before a wave comes and takes my bucket away. Yeah, it's a little scaly scallop. Let's take a look at him. Why not? I think his textures look pretty good. Doesn't look like he's an old shell. It is a rough keyhole limpet. At least that's my best guess on his name. I crouched down for the white cowrie teeth. I think I see something even more interesting behind it though. Yes, it's a slightly faded, slightly worn away clandestine cowrie. Sir, what are you? Oh, goodness, what are you? Are you a sweet swirly sundial shell or are you some kind of land snail? I'm actually not very sure what this one is. It's very cute. It could be a very juvenile straw sundial. At this point, that's my best guess. I'm absolutely going to lose that. Oh, give it to me. You are so small, my sir. Yes, maximum size buddy right here. Is that a hole or is that a grain of sand? It might be a hole or it might be a grain of sand. I can't tell. It is a... oh my goodness, teardrop bean cowrie. It's called a bean and it's called a cowrie, but technically it's neither. I can't even keep it in my hand. Let's see if I can keep it in my box and find it later. Yes, he's an old friend. I haven't really been seeing the joined ones today, though. I've just been seeing the odd halves. It is a bird cardita. Actually, its scientific name goes more towards aviary cardita, but I just like calling it a bird cardita. Oh, why not? Why not indeed? I have a joined leafy oyster. You know what, whenever I collect these, it's always kind of interesting to see that one half is dark and one half is light. It must be some kind of counter shading for them. I gotta say, I'm not seeing many cowries bigger than a graceful cowrie on the rack line. I think any of them might have already been picked off. I'm sorry, I'm not even holding that close enough. I was looking at the shine over the screen. It looks pretty good. I've collected a few dull ones, but this is a shinier clandestine cowrie. It is pink lace coral, or, you know, pink lace bryozoa, same as the other lace coral I pick up. It's not just a different color though, it's also a different species. That is definitely a straw sundial, right? At least a piece of one, got a bit of his tip knocked out, maybe a bit of his opening busted, but yeah, I believe just like that even smaller one, it's a straw sundial. Very unusual because I'm never usually that lucky to find them here. It's very surprising what's in the little mini piles today. I just smooshed him right out of the pile. He is very unusual to see here because, I mean, I do see them here, but they're always either alive or with crabs. It is a humped rock shell. It's a type of droop shell. It's very small. They can usually get like, I don't know, yeah, much bigger. This is like the same as that giant hairy triton baby. It's literally just the tip of the shell. Very, very nice. I can't remember the last time I was able to get a keeper. I'm doing a check on the high and dry rack line. Look at him sitting up here. Also, I'm not sure how long this dry rack line has been here. We've got two rack lines because we've got two different tide heights for high tide and low tide this week. Anyway, this is a turkey wing. You can also call it an Indo-Pacific arc shell. More pink lace coral and another bean. There are so many beans around. Yes, oh, here's a nice piece. I like the larger bits. Usually I just find the smaller bits occasionally. Oh, not super glossy, but still he's got his markings and a little bit of shine. I dare say he's been in the sun for a while. I don't know if this high rack line was from today or like half a week ago. It is a cat cowrie. 1, 2, I think they are Austrocochlea porcata. Yes, they are zebra top shells. Isn't that just an easier way to say them, everyone? That little cutie. It is whole on the bottom. Hello. Don't you just love that patterning on him? It is another baby cowrie, another juvenile. Judging by the markings, I'd say it is a juvenile thick-edged cowrie. That is a lot more variety than I was expecting. So yes, here are the shell finds for today. It was a very good day for the minis. And if you've enjoyed this little lot, please hit that like button for me and subscribe if you want to see more shelling adventures. I don't even know where to start with this, everyone. We found lace coral, we found some bivalves, moon snails, conch shells, cone shells, cowrie shells, lots of these little mini sand dollars, lots of trivia shells. Got a couple of different kinds of trivias. All the slightly rounder ones are those smiley bean trivias. The rest everywhere else are just the regular trivias. Oh my goodness, I'm rambling on. Yes, anyway, let's get on with it. It is time to talk about shell favorites and special mentions. So if you have a favorite from this lot, please let me know down in the comments. Again, no idea where to start. I don't even want to touch it. This just looks so good. I'm really pleased with how this looks. I don't want to mess it up. The first special mention, I'm just going to point at it. The first special mention goes to the chestnut-banded moon snail. Very, very cute little shell. Only a special mention because I think it's faded, although it does have a nice shine on it. The next special mention is probably going to go to the chameleon neurite. Oh my goodness, I don't get many of them, so it's always nice to get one. And you know what? Special mentions to the... Oh my gosh, can I get them out? You know what? Just commit, Maddie. Just commit. Destroy everything. It hurts my soul. To the juvenile straw sundials. I mean, that's my best guess for what they are. Absolutely never get these ever, so that's just like super duper fun. And you know what? One more special mention. Yes, it will be to the juvenile humped rock shell. I just don't get them either. Super fun. But as for proper favorites, oh my goodness, I've got maybe 3 proper favorites, I guess. The first one goes to the variable strombus. Got a perfect shine on him. Looks super lovely. The other little strom I got was the little bear conch. I think he has faded. He has 0 shine. So this one is just extremely, extremely lovely. The next favorite goes to the bruised cone. I didn't get too much from the rock pools, but oh my goodness, I was super happy to get that. Look at that shine. So yes, I haven't put anything on it. It's just a really lovely shell. I might Dremel back that lip just to get it nice and smooth, and it might go into my cabinet. And the last favorite, my goodness, it has dried, looking pretty good. Not perfect, but certainly pretty good. It goes to the lovely stolid cowrie. Oh my goodness, slight ribbing on the teeth look absolutely fantastic. Love those orangey speckles, love the brown spot on top. So it is the final favorite for the day. And that's it for this time, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. Bye, guys.